Jenny Tolman is in the house.
Woo-hoo!
Welcome, Jenny.
Thank you. I'm so excited.
I'm so happy you're here. You're so fun.
You're so fun. We've already had the best day that you guys will see on social media probably.
We had a little content day because, you know, part of my 2026, it's not a resolution. What is it when you do? What do? You make
goals? Resolutions?
Is it a resolution?
It is a resolution.
Okay,
You're right.
it is a resolution. Part of my 2026 resolution is to not hate social media.
Yes, that's a good one to have. Honestly, I have to remind myself of that every single day.
I have to I'm treating it like a welcomed friend in my life because, you know, this day and age, you have to do social media, and I have hated it, and I have outwardly hated it, and I have been resistant towards it, and now I'm like, you know what, I'm going to embrace it.
Yes.
And we're going to have fun. And look how much
we
fun
are.
we had.
We just had so much fun. I feel like
mean,
we're already best friends.
Best friends. Social media has brought us together.
Yes.
Skipping, holding hands,
It's working.
Yes.
Look at that.
I love it. Okay, so Jenny, you are a Nashville native.
I am. Born and raised. I have a really bad dad joke that I like to tell because since we are downtown right now, I'm like, yeah, you know, I was born down the street at Centennial. I haven't made it that far. Thank you. Thank you.
I love it. You seem like you're kind of like goofy and funny.
I try to be. I mean, not try to be goofy and funny, but like I like to make people laugh. Like especially with my music, if you listen, I love creating like characters and I've always been obsessed with storytelling, but I think, like, long story short, when I first started writing, I was in, like, a really dark, ugly place. And
what was that dark, ugly place, and why were you there? Don't skip over that. That's my favorite stuff. Tell me about the darkness.
You want to jump in?
Dun, dun, dun. Yes. You didn't know this is the story. This is the podcast where you share your whole soul.
All right. Well, here we go.
Why was it dark and ugly? On
2 seconds in, you're about to find out.
Okay, what happened?
So I was in an abusive relationship in high school.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So it was a very, like, ugly part of my life. I was a freshman.
How long were you in this relationship?
A year. And he was, like, 2 years older, like, star baseball player, like, 6'4", so cute, right? So, like, put up with everything, right? Because you're 15 and you don't know any better.
And do you get, like, tricked into it? Because in the beginning, it doesn't start off like that.
Oh, not at all.
Especially when you're so young, you don't even know what you're dealing with. No one even knows what's happening.
No, not at all. And it was just, I mean, obviously a bad situation. And I ended up switching. Well, first of all, he ended up leaving high school.
Were you able to tell your parents, or did you keep it a secret?
I kept it a secret for a very long time.
Really?
And my parents actually started questioning me, and I would try to protect him because I was like that's how like brainwashed I was. And so I remember specifically one time my dad tried to like sneak up behind me on the couch and take a picture of my arm because I had a giant bruise on my arm.
Physically abusive.
Yes.
Physically abusive. So he just had anger issues.
Yes. And it was like this whole, I don't like looking back at it now, it's almost like I don't even remember like details of it, which I've now found out is like trauma response, how your brain remembers things. But I ended up filing for like a temporary order of protection and like went through the whole court system and all of that. I went to a different school, hated it there because I then had like terrible anxiety problems. I couldn't even like sit in the classroom, and I would just like freak out and have a panic attack over nothing. And so I ended up leaving that high school too and being homeschooled for my junior year, and I did night courses at Columbia State so that I could graduate a year early. And during that time was when like I had started writing stories when I was in like middle school, and I thought like, oh, maybe I'll be a children's author or something like that. And I'd always sang, like, since before I can remember, I'd always wanted to be a singer. I come from a musical family, and I played piano since I was 3. Like,
Who's musical in the family?
My dad.
Oh.
Yes. Okay. Yes. So I'll tell you about him in a second.
And your grandfather. We can't forget about him.
Well, he's a different.
All your grandmothers.
My dad's actually, we're talking about 2 different grandpas here because my dad's dad was musical. He was a drummer, and my son's a drummer now too.
At 3, that's incredible.
Yes, it's crazy. But I think you're mentioning my mom's dad, which we can get to in a second.
You got a lot going on here.
I have a lot going on.
I love it, Jenny.
That's why I'm like, do you really want to dive into this?
We do.
This is wild.
We do.
So anyways, like that whole situation was going on, and I was just like,
when did you start to know it was abusive? Because I'm sure it sneaks up on you and you don't really realize what's happening.
There was one instance at his sister's wedding, actually, where like on the drive home, he had gotten in trouble for something, like at the wedding, like something small, like his niece fell down and he was supposed to be watching her. And whenever there was something like stressful towards him or like he was in trouble, it would then get directed at me.
You're the outlet.
Yes. And so the drive home was very like violent. And like as he was driving, and I just remember thinking, and he's like, I'm going to run us off the road and kill us both. And I remember like in that moment, I was like, I don't think that he's actually like making that up anymore. Like I just like had this like epiphany moment where I was like, oh, like I need to get out of this like right now. And like literally tried to get out of the car while it was moving. And obviously that did not work, did not happen, would not have been a good idea anyways, but it like went through my mind. And so that was kind of the beginning of the end
hard to
for
get out,
me.
Because I'm sure like
Yes.
once you're in, how do you get out?
Yes, very hard. I mean, I totally empathize with any woman who's in a situation like that.
Because if people are like, oh, just leave, it's not that easy.
Right. Yeah. Especially, you know, I'm so grateful that my parents were aware and had started, you know, like questioning things. And they were the ones who took the initiative and, you know, pulled his parents aside and said, he's not to see her anymore. Like, we don't know what's going on, but they're not going to see each other at all anymore. And like, I remember his parents came over to my house and I played upstairs with his niece while our parents were having a conversation. And it was just like this bizarre moment of like, I was playing with this little girl who I loved. Like, I loved her so much. And it was just this like, I was really sad because I was like, I'm never going to see you again. Like, I don't think I'm ever going to see you again. And you have no idea what's going on. And like, obviously you're not going to say that to a child, but just in my mind, I'm like, this is so weird and so bizarre. And it was crazy.
So then was it over after your parents talked? Did you feel safe?
No. It was a whole, because I believe timeline wise, that was before I ended up filing for a temporary order of protection. And it was like, I don't know how many months or weeks went by before the court date happened. But I mean, even after that, it's like, so I had the temporary one. And then after that, when we actually had our court date, I did not get granted a full order of protection because he had just turned 18. And the judge literally told me, he was like, you know, I believe you. It's not that I don't believe you, but he just turned 18 and I can't place this upon a new adult when these things were done when he was a minor. So it was like that, like honestly, that moment in my life was one of like my biggest, that's not one of like the biggest, like I felt like such a fool in that moment of like, it wasn't even that I wasn't like believed, like we had like police reports where he admitted to some things that he had done. And
but you realized you weren't protected.
No, I was like, oh, okay. And I mean, he told him, he was like, don't talk to her anymore, but it's just like, what's that going to do, you know? And so, yeah, it was a really, really terrible feeling.
That's a scary introduction into love too.
Yeah.
You know, I'm sure that like shapes how you view yourself, how you view relationships. To have your first major relationship be like that.
Yeah. It was pretty awful. And so like, needless to say, I vividly remember that day. I walked outside of the courtroom and he's standing there outside smoking a cigarette and he just looks at me and smiles. And it was just like this like
creepy, eerie.
It's like the worst feeling in the world where you're like, oh, you won, like in a way. And I went home and I did not talk to anybody for like 3 days. I just locked myself in my room because I felt so stupid and so like embarrassed and ashamed and like, why did I not do this earlier? Like I remember telling like, I don't know. I told because I went to the chief of police at the time in Brentwood was where this was happening. And he was like, oh, you like, this is like totally case closed, like open and closed. And like, you don't even need a lawyer and like, you're going to be fine. Like this is going to be super simple. And it was like, oh, okay. And it was all just like very, very dark time in my life.
So that was like your whole high school pretty much.
That was my whole high school.
That was your whole high school
was
experience.
like
traumatic.
I am so like, I get so jealous of people who like had good high school. I mean, I know a lot of us do not have good high school experiences.
But that's like an exceptionally
but I think that
terrifying one.
It set me back just in trusting people and like creating friendships. Like I think now, like I just turned 30 in November and I like love people now. And I didn't used to. Like I used to hate people. Like I was like, I don't need friends. I don't want like.
Well, like what if you open yourself up completely and you're vulnerable as give yourself to someone as a friend.
Yeah.
And then they turn on you and take advantage of you. I mean, why would you be trusting?
Yeah. And it got me in such like a bad comparison place too, of like just comparing everything about myself to everyone around me. And
in what way? Like what were you comparing?
Well, one of the things, like obviously in a relationship, like are like other girls when we're dating and like what's going on with that, and like you're just like, oh, am I pretty enough? Am I skinny enough? Am I talented enough? Like now getting into the music industry and just comparing everything constantly and being so insecure. Like I think insecurity is really the key there, where I just had zero confidence after that. I was just like, I went to court 2 weeks after I turned 16. So it was like,
you're just a baby.
It was crazy.
You're just a baby.
Yeah, I know. And I think
that breaks my heart. I'm so sorry you went through this. I'm so proud of you.
Oh, thank you. It's okay. It's so like, I don't talk about this. So it's like crazy that this is like
sorry, this is my podcast.
Out.
You're going to have a vulnerability hangover and you're going to call me and you're going to be like, please can we cut the whole thing out?
I'm glad we had fun before this because I'm sorry, I'm making you cry now.
I just feel for you because you're so young and that could have happened to anybody. And you don't know how to, like, how do you know how to navigate that when you're 15, 16 years old, 14 when you started dating him probably?
Yeah.
How do you even know?
You don't. Yeah. And
you think it's so fun because he's so handsome and he's so cute and he picked you and it's like this first love and
you're like, oh, we're going to get married and we're going to have babies and it's going to be great. And no, it wasn't. But I do look at it as, one of my biggest blessings in a way, one of my biggest lessons, because it led me to start writing, writing songs that really meant something. I had started writing before then a little bit, just like silly little ditties. But I mean, when that happened, like I was writing such like the like most like self-pitying, like depressing, like just awful
good for getting
stuff because it was just cathartic, right? I just had
to speak it out loud.
Yeah,
I
had to have something to release it because I didn't like in that like I lost all my friends because in that type of a relationship you're isolated. And and everyone thought I was weird at school because I had panic attacks and I would literally like jump up out of my chair and like leave, like run out of the room because I just like I felt like I was dying. Like I didn't know how to explain it to people, and I still don't. Like to this day, like people would be like, "Oh yeah, I get anxious," and I'm like, "No, like I literally like have to get out of my seat and like run out of the room because I think that I'm gonna fall." No, not like I used to at all. And I contribute that a lot to this holistic doctor that I've been going to, which we can get into too. I have a lot of stuff to talk to you about.
This is all my favorite stuff to talk about.
Yay!
Trauma. How did we heal it? And then what are we doing to move forward?
Yes.
And I don't say that, I'm laughing when I say that, but I take it very seriously.
No, I know.
Because healing,
Me too.
I feel like it is like every single person comes with a bag of trauma. Like some I have noticed, like when you have childhood trauma, it is oftentimes in my just observation, I feel like it is like when you have the big trauma like you've had in your childhood, it's sometimes harder to get to the other side of it, but I can see that you have because you don't have a baseline of it not being traumatic. Like I had a whole bunch of miscarriages, but I had a baseline of life before that, so it's like I don't know how to describe it, but like I knew that wasn't my entire life. Yeah. But when you start off in your youth and you have this horrible thing happen to you, it's like, well, is this just how life is?
It's I don't have constant like fight or flight.
That's your baseline.
That makes sense. No, it really does.
So to start a new baseline, it's like you have to create it out of thin air because you don't have anything to compare it to.
Yeah. And I think it's hard too. Like I have a wonderful husband now and like a
Dave
beautiful
Brainard,
child. Yes, Dave Brainard.
Great producer.
Yes.
I've worked with him
Yes,
back in the days.
Grammy nominated producer, no big deal.
Okay. That's so, I bet you'll have a fun musical household.
Yes,
Apparently,
we have a studio in the house.
And Bear's already playing drums, so it's in his blood.
He asked Santa for drums last year. Like, we literally took him to New York City to see Santa at Macy's. It was so fun. And he walks in. He hadn't even sat down with Santa yet. He just walks in. He goes, "Hi, drums?"
Sweetheart.
And Santa's like, "Whoa, I love a man who knows what he wants." And then he sits down and he's like,
"Stop it."
Like, it's so cute.
Oh my gosh,
I'll
I'm in
just
love
send
with
you the
Bear.
picture. It's so cute.
Yes.
He's the best. Yeah, so I mean, it's like all of that stuff, it makes me who I am. And like, yeah, do I wish that it didn't happen? Yeah, but like, maybe I wouldn't be here. Maybe I wouldn't be friends with you now, you know? So and I'm able to talk about it. It was 15 years ago. It was half of my life ago at this point, which is crazy.
Do you ever worry about this guy anymore, or is it just like...
No, for a while it was weird. Like, I would get messages on my like fan page and stuff, but I think we've all grown past it.
Hopefully he's gotten some help.
This is wood. That's not even wood. Shoot.
Here, right behind you. Well, and especially though too, because you went on a very public show, The Road.
Yes.
And so I mean, we'll get to that too, but you're like a public figure out there, so it's like people and everyone can see you.
Yeah. I like to think, I'm very recently I've really gotten back into a relationship with God and Jesus, and just like being at peace with things and knowing that everybody has their issues, everybody can do bad things. And I think for him, he came from a situation that wasn't the best either. He had seen some of the things that he was doing to me, and I knew that. And so
you have grace.
Obviously, I'm not giving him an excuse at all, because it's not okay.
For
yeah, I have grace and I have forgiveness. He was also, I know that he had some addiction issues, and I know that he at least went to treatment for some of that, and hopefully I hope that worked, and I hope that he's doing well, and we've all kind of moved past it. So I guess I really don't think about it that much at all anymore.
That's amazing.
I mean, like I said, it's been so long. I have an amazing life. I have an incredible career. I'm so blessed. So it's like, I really don't want to just like sit there and be like, wah, this happened to me.
That's
and
what
I'm
started it all.
Yeah, but that's what started it, because
the first big chapter.
The longer I like was writing these, just like, I could just sit here and wallow in these really sad songs for forever. But, at a certain point, you have to pull yourself out of it. And I started, healing enough by doing that I was like, I kind of want to write something like fun now, like have some fun. And so I started writing these like silly songs, just like funny, silly. Like, I was very inspired by Sunny Sweeney, Brandy Clark, Ashley Monroe, like all these like more traditional sounding, but they had these like weird storylines sometimes. And I was like, I love that. And so I was like, I'm going to try my hand at that, like all of that vibe, Miranda Lambert, and so I just started writing kind of funny songs, and I started playing them out. The first place I ever played out was the Bluebird like open mic night.
Great start.
My hairdresser, she signed me up for it.
Stop
she
it.
like called my mom. She was like, "So I signed Jenny up for this, so I'll see you guys at the Bluebird tonight." And we're like, "What?" and I got up there and I sang like a funny song, and everybody laughed, and I was like, "Wait, I really like, whoa, like that's a cool feeling, like making people laugh." And so like,
you're very funny,
very long story long back to like making people liking to be funny and goofy. Yes,
we were going to take it there.
Whoa. Yeah.
Welcome to Get Real, Jenny.
Yeah.
You're like, why did I sign up
Sorry
for
guys,
this?
that was a long quick intro into
I love
that.
to know what makes someone themselves because if you don't get the full story, I'm like, I love talking about the highlight reel, but I want to know, like, why are you the way you are?
Yeah.
What shaped you? What are the moments that really transformed you and sent you on this trajectory?
Yeah. Well,
that was
there it is.
So after you homeschooled and you started kind of coming out of it, playing at the Bluebird, when did you start thinking, did you go to college or did you skip college?
I went to Belmont for 6 weeks and then I dropped out because I was like, I'm going to take this college fund and make a record.
Nice.
So, because I was sitting there and I would be sitting in like religion class or math class, and I was like, why am I here right now?
I'm not going to use
I just want to like do it.
Yeah.
And I was still having a lot of anxiety at the time too. Like I remember I pulled over on 65. It was mile marker 80. And I have that like written down in my notes to write a song about it someday called Mile Marker 80. And I call my mom and I'm just like sobbing. I'm like, I can't drive. I'm freaking out. I'm going to die. I'm having panic. And I was like, I can't do it anymore. I just need to like figure this out. And I just want to be doing it too. And so left Belmont after 6 weeks, but I love it. I have so many friends from there. It's amazing.
Such a great college. I went to Belmont too.
Yeah.
It's such a beautiful, amazing college.
It is.
But I'm with you. Like if you know what you want to do and you don't need college, then I'm kind of at the school, don't go to college.
Right.
Like, save the money.
Yeah.
But go
honestly,
to college
like
if you
Dave
need it.
goes and gives like does speaker things there for production.
Like,
I don't know what the word is. And he goes and he I don't think they've had him back in a while because the last one he was like, you really just kind of have to do it. Like
just go ahead and drop out, guys.
So he's like, I might not should have said that at the college, but
Yeah.
So I just started doing it. And
how did you start doing it? What were your first big moves that you made?
Just writers rounds, like the tiniest little hole in the wall writers rounds that I could find. Started writing with people. I started doing my dad. Okay, so back to my dad. He was a singer back in the 80s.
Like a professional singer.
Mm-hmm.
Do we know him?
Probably not. He was in a quartet called the Indian River Boys.
Oh wait, and I heard on the Touch Up podcast, which I love, you went on them.
Yes.
You were talking about how he like babysat famous people or
Yeah.
something. Like he was like in a crew.
So he is from Boston originally,
Okay.
Acton, Massachusetts.
Okay.
And he ended up being a singer at Disney World for a while. He was Diamond Jim in the Golden Horseshoe. No big
Did
deal.
he like it?
Oh, he loved it. That's like his golden era.
I bet.
Like his that if you talk to Steve Tolman, you're going to talk about Disney.
Well, first off, there is no place as magical as Disney. I know there's a
No.
whole underbelly that people talk about, but did he meet the underbelly of Disney?
No, I mean back then it was a very different Disney than it is today.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But how fun to have your job be
Oh my gosh,
a performer at Disney.
He loved it. It's
showing up every day, walking into the magical world.
Isn't it? I mean, I just honestly, what I imagine his memories of Disney World are my memories of the road, because that was such a magical experience that we'll talk about
you're
too.
On with
Yes.
Keith Urban,
Yes.
Blake Shelton, Gretchen Wilson. I feel like she was a shining star on that show.
She was amazing.
And she was
Oh
the
my
tour
gosh.
manager. I loved her advice.
She
She's
was
just so
awesome.
real.
Yes.
She just lays it out there.
She I thought that I would be terrified of her.
Mm-hmm.
But she was so nice. Didn't
she say
was
one
amazing.
time you're wearing heels and she's like, listen, don't wear those heels.
She's like, it's not a fashion show.
Yeah.
But I have to say, Miss Gretchen, I saw you wearing heels on the New Year's Eve show. Okay?
So, because she was like, if you can't walk in those with confidence, do it with confidence or don't do it at all. I'm like, queen.
And honestly, I changed my outfit after that because I was like, you know what? I kind of felt like Bambi on that. So you're right.
But she's right. You don't want to be walking around stage feeling uncomfortable about
Exactly.
what you're wearing. You don't want to think about that.
Yeah.
You want to think about the performance, not having a hindrance. Great advice.
I loved her. We all loved her so much. She's like Mama G.
I was
She's
glad
the
to
best.
see her coming back too, because she had such a big moment, and then I feel like she went and raised her daughter, and she kind of stepped back a little bit. I'm like, Gretchen, we need her in our lives.
Yes, and I think it was great for her to feel that too, and just remember how many people love her, and we were all raised on you. You are so cool. You're not it's So I think it was great.
Happening.
All around, it was so beneficial for every party.
I love a good win across the board. If we're all not winning, then let's not do it.
I know, exactly.
Okay, but we got to go back to Steve.
Sorry, yes. So
Steve at Disney.
Steve Tolman, Disney World.
How long was he at Disney?
I don't know, actually. That's a good question. A handful of years.
Okay.
And
was it
he
Magic
also
Kingdom that he performed, or what was his park?
It was Magic Kingdom. We've got photos of him in this baby blue suit in front of Cinderella's castle, just crooning away.
What was his role again?
He was Diamond Jim in the Golden Horseshoe, and he was Jim Handy in the Hoop-Dee-Doo Review.
Okay.
So he was
shows.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And so then he also worked at Burt Reynolds Dinner Theater in Jupiter, Florida.
Okay.
And that was a big hang for all of the big movie stars back then. and he was in a production of The Music Man there. And Bert and Dolly came opening night because it was around the time that the Best Little Whorehouse in Texas was coming out. And they went backstage, and Bert said to my dad and these 3 other guys that were in this barbershop quartet in the musical, he's like, you guys need to stay together. I'm going to put you together in a group called the Indian River Boys, and we're going to move out to LA. You're going to make a record with Snuff Garrett, who is this like massive record producer.
This is what Burt Reynolds is saying.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. And so they do that. Like they literally
Yes, sir,
like
Bert,
move
sir.
out. they become a group. They move out to LA. He becomes like running buddies with Bert and Jim Neighbors and Dom DeLuise. And so Dom's son
That sounds awesome.
is who my dad babysat. And he was the dad on Wizards of Waverly Place, if you're familiar with that.
My daughter is watching that show.
Yes.
I need to go. Is that with Selena Gomez?
Yes.
I need to go back and
so
focus in on
Selena's
the
dad is my dad babysat him. Yep.
That's
you know.
amazing. Is Steve still
Showbiz,
doing
baby.
Showbiz?
He's on the business side. He does more like corporate bookings and stuff like that. But he still is rocking and rolling.
I mean, Steve has lived a life.
Yes. So long story short again, but not short. This is going to be a 3-hour podcast. He moved to Nashville. They came to Nashville to do a country, like kind of like the Oak Ridge Boys type of vibe.
Okay. Did he get the record deal?
They did not get a record deal.
Okay.
They came close. But then their lead singer at the time was Neil Thrasher.
Neil Thrasher?
The songwriter.
Oh.
Yes. And Neil broke off to do his solo thing.
He's a big country songwriter.
Yes, huge.
Okay.
And my dad was, at that point, my mom was pregnant with my older sister, and my dad was like, I need to like actually make some money. So he switched to the business side. Yeah.
The music business, it'll work you to death and pay you nothing.
Yes.
For so long. And then you can all of a sudden just like be swimming in the dollars, but it takes forever. It's
I know.
Like
So when I
rich.
told him that I was wanting to do music, he was like, are you sure? And I get it now, having a son who's a drummer. I'm like, are you sure? But it's so rewarding too. You know, it's a fun life. Like,
it is.
No matter what.
It's an
fun.
adventurous life.
Yes. You're never bored. So
when
that is how I was born in Nashville.
What is your mom into?
She's from California.
Okay.
And she was a beautician. She went to beauty school.
Okay.
And
your
then
parents
she
still
became an
married?
accountant. They are still married.
Okay, nice.
Yes. And then once I was born, she became full-time mom.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
she was always home. My dad pretty much was always home too. Business side, he worked from home. So I was very, very lucky. I had a great childhood. Just a really loser boyfriend in high school. That kind of ruined it for a second there, but whatever.
You pulled the plane back up though.
Yes.
It's not going to crash your plane.
No.
No.
But yeah, so I
Start playing rounds.
I got a guitar. Yeah, okay, so we're past getting the guitar at that point when we're playing rounds.
Bluebird, hairdresser set you up, you're playing around.
So my dad, having the music industry background, he knew a vocal coach named Judy Rodman.
Okay.
And she was actually a singer back in the 80s as well. She was Female Vocalist of the Year in
Oh, heck
1985 at the
Go,
ACMs.
Let's
So
bring back the
she's
name Judy also.
yes, right?
And like Phyllis and Gladys and Shirley
Mhm.
and Betty Sue. I'm just going through my grandmother's names.
Go for it. Go for it. My grandma's name was Betty too.
Betty Sue. I mean, the double name. I like the name Betty. Like I
Yeah.
told my husband we're not having any more kids, but if we had another daughter, I would love to name her Betty. And he's
That
like,
is cute.
no.
Elizabeth. Yeah,
That's
that was
where
her
it
full
comes from.
name. Yeah.
Betty Elizabeth.
Mhm.
Love that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So anyway, so he connected me with Judy because he was like, okay, if you're serious about this, then we need to like get some training, like see if you're any good. Like, no, he thought it was okay. And so I went to Judy and played her some of my songs, and she ended up calling my dad and was like, Steve, there's like nothing for me to do. These are really good. Like, she's really good. And my dad was like, whoa, slow down. She's 17. Like, we're not like, what are you talking about? Because she's like, she just needs to record these and like pitch them. And he's like, hold on. And so I did. I made a small EP with Judy for the first time.
So this
it's
was like
like
13 years ago. So this was not that long ago. You're so young.
No, I guess 13 years is not a long time.
That's not that long.
Is it?
No.
Okay. Well, thanks. Thank you for saying that. And yeah, I did that. Well, I mean, I probably didn't make that EP until I was about 18 or 19.
Okay.
So I was continuing to play out wherever I could. And then I had just turned 20 and I was playing around at the doghouse. which R.I.P.
Was that on Demumbrium?
Yes.
Hey, I got my start at the Tin Roof.
Oh, look at us.
I met my husband at the Tin Roof, and
I met my husband at Doghouse.
Stop it! Demumbrium. I mean, that is where love blossoms.
Exactly.
I was smoking cigarettes. Don't do it anymore.
Gosh.
I was trying it out, trying to be cool, drinking Bud Light, trying to get my flirt on, singing some songs. I mean, love and music.
Were you playing?
Yeah,
I was playing too.
So he saw you playing?
Yes. But okay, I have to preface it with, it was not romantic like whatsoever. Like neither one of us were interested in each other when we first met. He was just hearing me as like a singer and being like, oh, I really like this girl.
Was he coming to scout you, or is he just at the Doghouse?
He just happened to be there.
Okay.
So his
kind of the hot spot to go like have a drink.
And his old studio used to be above Off-Broadway Shoes right there at the roundabout.
So he was right there.
So he just happened to be there. He was recording with another artist, and were having a nightcap at Doghouse. And he tells the story. He's like, I heard this voice.
There was an angel.
And he's like, and I said to the girl that I was with, I was like, she's like really good, isn't she? And the girl's like, she's all right.
Oh, but it was the other artist, because she's like, no, she's not. I'm the good one.
And so he told her that he was going to the bathroom so that he could go up and talk to me.
Stop it.
And he came up and he was like, hey, I'm a huge fan of your voice. Like, I'd love to get together and see what you've got going on. And I mean, at that, and also like we have a bit of an age difference between us. So neither one of us. He is 50.
Okay. I love an older man.
We have 20 years between us.
Okay, but that's good. You knew you were looking for a seasoned man who knew who he was and what he was looking for.
Well, but I wasn't like, neither one of us were like romantic interest here. It was purely like musical collaboration.
Were you kind of weirded out that he was older in the beginning?
No.
He's so youthful in spirit.
Yeah, I guess when he first came up to me, I was like, oh yeah, cool, you're a producer, sure, like whatever. And then he was like, kept talking, and he was like, oh gosh, like, he's like, I wouldn't usually, like, he's like, I don't ever like lead with this foot, but do you know like Brandy Clark or Jared Neiman? And I was like,
I only love Brandy Clark. She's like my favorite.
Like the Brandy Clark that like was just nominated for a Grammy like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, I produced that record. And I was like, oh, here's my card.
Did Dave get in a terrible fight?
Yes.
Was that him?
Yes.
Like in a like an awful situation that happened to him.
Yes. So
I remember this.
Yeah. So after we had met, we got together and wrote for the first time, and it was magic. Like it was the best song that we both say we've ever written to this day. And
Did
I haven't
you feel
released
love
it
in
yet.
that magic too? Were you like, ooh, I feel like more?
There was something
music.
like there were butterflies, but at that moment I didn't relate it to like a romantic thing. It was just like, oh my gosh, like this is like gonna happen. Like this guy like has all these like connections, and like we can write these amazing songs together, and he really likes what I do, and
like this is a big piece of the puzzle for my career.
Yes. And so I felt I contributed it to that, which I mean
excitement
is authentic too. Like it wasn't not just that, but and so we were writing together for about a year, and I had kind of started like having these feelings bubbling up, and he like absolutely never made any type of like notion that there was anything there. He
Very
had that
appropriate.
like, yes, he had that like completely turned off, like didn't even like.
I appreciate that.
And
was like
I was the one that was like hey
there, Dave.
And it was when he got attacked. It was on Demumbrium,
actually.
So back to Demumbrium.
I remember this headline, and I'm thinking like, because he almost died.
Mm-hmm.
But it was
these people should have been charged with attempted murder, and it like ticks me off to this day that they got away with a slap on the wrist.
Total random thing. Like he was just a random person in the wrong spot at the wrong time, right?
Yes. So him and his friend were crossing the crosswalk. It was her birthday, and they were going to Tin Roof, and this car in that crosswalk rammed into his friend and obviously knocked her on the ground and stopped, but then got out of the car. Okay, so there was a couple in the car.
Was
there was
she
a husband
okay?
and wife. She was okay.
But like hit her with the car.
Yes. And then Dave's like obviously like, whoa, like what the heck?
Yeah.
Excuse me. The wife gets out of the car, grabs Deborah by the hair, and is like smashing her head on the hood of the roof of the hood. However you say
on
that.
The roof
on
of
the car. Like on the hood of the car?
Yeah. The wife?
And Dave's obviously like trying to separate this, like whatever is happening. The husband gets out of the car, attacks Dave for like touching his wife, right? When he's like, I'm trying to get this lady off of my like what is going on? And I mean,
Like beats him to a pulp?
yeah.
Like the
yeah.
husband just beats him?
Mm-hmm.
Are they just a random couple enraged with anger? Or
Yes.
like were they trying to hit Deborah?
I mean, they didn't know Deborah.
Were they like on something?
They had to have been.
Had
That's
to
what
have been.
I mean. I wasn't there, so I just know from
can't
stories. I mean,
get to
Dave
know.
tells me, he's like, I can't imagine. Like, I've never seen rage
Just
in
rage.
a person
But both
like
of them
that.
had it.
Yeah, it was crazy. And they were coming from so crazy story. They knocked him
That
out,
is insane.
left him in the street,
Just left him
unconscious.
in the street. And Deborah's obviously
His
been
jaw was
knocked up,
shattered.
too.
I think she was awake. She was awake, so she was the one that called 911.
Were people witnessing this?
Yeah, but like nobody's doing anything. I don't know. So she calls 911 and they get him to the hospital. His jaw is shattered. He has to have reconstructive face surgery, and his jaw was wired shut for 6 weeks. And the detectives were able to piece the puzzle together based on the description of what they were wearing, because they were dressed very fancy. They came from the wife's sister's wedding.
No, they did not.
Yes. So she was a bridesmaid, obviously, and he was able to track down what weddings happened in Nashville that weekend and what were the bridesmaids' dresses and match the description. They knew her name because the husband said, "Come on, blank, let's go." And they found them, and they went to their house and they admitted to it. And
what did they give a reason for why they did this?
No, I don't know. It's all like very, very shady and weird.
So bizarre.
They ended up getting off with a slap on the wrist. Like they were charged with felonies, but once it went to the court, it was dropped to misdemeanors and all of that. And so it's like Dave went through something very traumatic, and he doesn't talk about it a lot. 'Cause we're both like very like, we just like
I remember this,
try
though.
to like, yes.
This made news. I remember
it
hearing
was
about this.
everywhere. It was on Good Morning America.
Yeah.
Because at the time, he had just gotten the Grammy nominations and everything like that. So he was kind of a big name at the time. And I remember we were supposed to go play a show for the Texas Wounded Warriors, Dave, myself, and a co-writer of ours, Bill White. And he sent me an email, and he was like, I can't talk. I can't go to Texas. Deborah will call you and explain later. And I like had this weird feeling. I was like, why do I feel like he's breaking up with me? And like we weren't even together. And I was like, what do you mean you can't talk to me? Like, what? And so then Deborah calls me and like tells me what happened. I'm like, oh, like he literally can't talk, like physically. And it was like in that moment that I found out what had happened. I cannot explain it in any other way other than like, that's my person. Like in that moment.
You knew?
Yes. I was like, I'm in love with this man. And like,
because it broke your heart to hear about this. Like,
and I was like, that's my person, and you don't mess with my person. And I just like every like fiber of my being wanted to like hold him and be there with him and take care of him.
Never like romantically crossed the line. No,
not at all.
And that was the moment.
No flirtation, no nothing. And I was just like, oh, that's my husband. Yeah. And so, that happened, and it was kind of this, I don't know, this can be like a 3-hour story too, so I'm trying to not stop like giving you so many details.
I love it. This is why you're a songwriter. You have so much to say and share.
Yes. And it's like, gosh, okay, how do I wrap this up in a cute bow for you? I was able to start kind of like poking him because I knew that it was okay on my side, because over Christmas, my sister had come to visit, and she met Dave, and she said to me, she was like,
was he still locked, his mouth still
he had
wired
just
shut?
gotten his wires off, like literally the day before.
Okay.
His first meal was with us. Like,
oh my gosh.
And she was like, Jenny, why are you not dating Dave?
Your sister said that.
Yes. Okay. And I was like, that's disgusting. He's like 40. That's like, why would you say that? And, like, meanwhile, trying to like mask that I'm like, how do you know that I'm in love with him? And so I told her over Christmas, I was like, okay, so you might be right. Like, I might have feelings for him, but like, don't tell mom.
Did you think they would disapprove because he was so much older?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she was like, oh no, mom talks about you guys to me all the time.
Stop it.
She's like, her friends have had dreams about you guys being together.
Stop.
And I'm like, what?
Why
like,
should not tell me?
Why has nobody said anything to me? So My dad,
knew he
meanwhile,
was
had
such
no
a-
idea. Like, he
But
was
your
not
mom
involved.
knew he was such a good guy.
Yes. Like, we all loved him. Like, he's such a good person.
So you had brought him around to the family. Like,
Yeah.
Because they were probably showing up for your songwriting events.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
producing stuff. So they're getting to know him.
Yeah. So we all loved him.
Yeah.
But I was able to kind of be like hey, like, you think I'm pretty?
So how did you like bridge this
This
gap?
is so funny. Oh my gosh.
Please tell
And
me.
I hope I don't embarrass him by saying this. But I sent him. Okay, so I was a pole dancer for a while.
What does that mean?
Not a stripper. This show is getting wild.
Ginny, I am here for everything. Okay, Ginny was a pole dancer.
I actually pole danced with Taryn for a while from the touch up. She
Yes,
went
you
to the Chrome Bar.
Taryn would be a
Shout
pole
out to the
dancer.
Chrome Bar.
Oh my gosh. So is this like
and-
exercise?
Yeah. And just
Okay.
like fun recreation.
Is it like
it was
striptease though, kind of ish?
No.
Okay.
No, you don't do any. You don't take
You
anything
got
off, but
moves.
yeah.
You still got those moves? You still
I
got
haven't done it since COVID. I had a baby, so I don't know.
Okay. Well, maybe
Um,
that's why you had a baby.
Maybe.
Okay.
Well, that is how. Okay, so for that particular Christmas, I gifted all the girls in my family a pole dance class.
With your
we
mom?
did it. Yes, we did a group class.
I
It was
love your
so
family.
fun. It was my mom, my sister, my aunt, my cousin, and I.
Okay. I
And
am in love with your family. Y'all are
It,
fun.
it was so fun. And so meanwhile, like, he sends me a picture of him like sitting. He's at his friend's ranch over Christmas, and they're like shooting guns and doing like all their like guy stuff, right? And he sends me a picture of him with the gun, and he's like, Christmas Day activities, like, and I'm like, oh, you're like trying to be like so cool and like great. And then I sent him a picture of me on the pole, and I'm like, Christmas Day activity.
You're like, let's break this fourth wall.
And I was like, honestly, like before I sent it, I was like, I can't do it. Like, he's gonna think I'm so weird. Like, what if he doesn't like me? And
Oh,
he's
you're
like
like-
so weirded out by this.
This was your moment to be like, I want to push this
Yes.
forward.
And we were in a hotel room, and my sister and my brother-in-law, they were like, push the button. And I was like, I can't do it. And they were like, send it. And I press it, and I throw my phone across the room, and I screamed. And he did not respond for over an hour.
No.
Yes.
Oh.
And you want to know what his response was?
Oh no. Okay, it's gonna be
Please guess. It was one word.
nice.
Righteous.
Righteous.
Who
didn't know how to
says
respond.
righteous?
He probably had no idea how to respond.
Like,
did he?
what does that mean? I was like, great. He hates me. Like, he is
Righteous.
so awkward right now. Like, he is like, why did this girl just send me this? Like, okay. Like, this little girl. I was like, oh. Yeah. So that was, I tease him about that to this day.
What happened after?
But
though? How did
he
it
claims that he was just like,
didn't
know what
do?
to say.
Yeah, he was just
and
like,
he was also like in an intense conversation with his friend, like when I sent that. And so he was like,
I need to get back to this.
he's
Circle
like,
back
he's
later.
like, what?
Yeah, you gotta have some thought on that one. That is gonna stop you in your tracks.
Oh my gosh, poor guy.
So how did
poor
y'all
guy.
then bridge the gap?
So he was like, we were like, oh, well, like, I miss you. Like, when are we going to see each other over, like, after Christmas? And so we decided to have dinner, had dinner. And that night, like, we still hadn't said anything. It was at the Carrabba's in Green Hills. That doesn't exist anymore. They rebuilt it. And this our waitress comes over, and she looks at us and she goes, what a beautiful couple. And we're like, yeah, we're not. Yep, thank you.
Thank you.
Still nothing has been said romantic whatsoever, so we're just awkward as can be.
Well, he probably is nervous to cross the
Yeah,
line. You
yeah.
know, because he doesn't want to make it weird. Because what if you were just being funny?
Mhm, yeah, and it was
So
just one of those
you
things
kind of had to
like,
cross the line, didn't you? Did you?
yeah, it still didn't even happen that night. It was like we awkwardly walked backwards to our cars, like didn't want to say bye, like, okay, bye. And the next weekend we did recording weekends, like once a month, where we would just record everything that I'd written that month and do little guitar vocals of. And after that, he was like, well, I don't really want like the night to be over. Is there anything else you want to do? And it had just started snowing. And so this like leads to why we got married in the snow. And I was like, well, I was still 20. I couldn't go anywhere. I was like, since it just started snowing, since it's so cold out, you want to go back to your place and drink some tea?
You're so sweet.
And he was
So
like,
you're 20. You're not even 21.
no, I couldn't drink.
Okay. Okay.
And he's like, okay. And so he's driving, and he's like, I don't know how this happened, and I need you to know that this was never my intentions with you, but I think I'm in love with you. And just like said it. Said it. And I was like, I was like, I think I'm in love with you too. Oh my God. And yeah. It was like one of those moments that I had played in my mind over and over and over, but never thought that it would actually happen. Like I thought that it was just this crazy like fantasy that I had. And then it happened and I was like, oh my gosh, this is real. And I literally moved in that night. I never left.
Did y'all, like,
we've been together ever since.
How was the first kiss? Was it awkward? Was it normal? Was it feel like it was supposed to be happening the whole time? Because y'all been friends now for years.
Yes.
So like you were just friends, and now it's like,
yes.
It
was funny for me because I had never kissed somebody with a mustache. I was like, whoa, what's that? But he said that the moment that we kissed, he literally heard in his mind, he said, "This is the mother of your children." Yeah. And we got a baby now. So, yep.
Oh my gosh. So when did y'all get married?
We got married in March of 2022.
Okay.
And we got married in the snow because snow is a big thing for us now. We love the snow.
I love that.
Yeah, we got married outside, like literally walking in the snow.
Your wedding's stunning.
Thank you.
But it didn't actually look like people were freezing.
No, it was perfect weather because in Jackson, especially Jackson Hole, Wyoming, it's so dry, and so if it's cold, like it really doesn't feel like when it's cold here, it's so wet that it's like bone chilling. But it was like mid to high 40s. The sun was out. There was no wind. We had hand warmers and like the heaters for everyone, blankets, and people were taking off their coats because they were hot. So it was
stunning.
It was
way to
perfect.
Get married.
We got very, very lucky.
Oh.
Yeah.
And then did y'all try for Bear? Was it hard for you to get pregnant? Was it easy? Because you wrote an infertility song, but it's not about you. It's about your friend Victoria.
Correct. Yes. No, I got pregnant right away.
Okay.
On our honeymoon.
Okay.
TMI.
But you know
not that I haven't overshared enough on this podcast, but it was kind of a shock. It was like, obviously not shocking because you know how it happens, but I was like, whoa, that was fast.
Yeah.
So it was because we were kind of in a place of like, I had just released my second album and we had been together for so long at that point.
Well, it's not like you needed time to get to know each other because y'all have really gotten to know each other.
Yeah. And because we were together like as a couple for like almost 5 years before we got married. And so,
y'all
like,
dated for 5 years.
Whatever. Yeah.
After y'all announced the love in the car.
Yes.
Okay.
We're like, well, whatever God has planned, like we'll let it happen. Cause I am very holistic and, have never done birth control or anything like that. And it was just like, I was like, okay, I guess my body was ready for that, baby. It was like, boom. So it was a huge blessing. Craziest year of my life.
Okay, tell me why. Because now you're on The Voice. Not The Voice. Now you're on the road.
Yes, married, baby, married album and baby all in that 1 year.
Married, isn't when it rains it pours, right?
Yeah, I'm a psychopath. I don't know. I released an album 2 weeks before I got married. Like, I don't know why I did that.
Why would you not?
But press cycle, gotta take advantage of it, right?
So how did you get on the road?
So I
love this concept because y'all are on a tour bus traveling,
Yes.
opening up for Keith Urban and getting eliminated along the way.
Yes.
So you're actually having to perform.
Love that part of the concept too.
I know. So you're actually having to perform live and then the audience votes. The live audience?
It was so fun. So I got reached out to last November, I guess last November because last year is now last year.
Okay.
And it was casting director being like, hey, we're really interested in
and it's
Jenny.
Taylor Sheridan.
Yes.
Who's ruling TV. So what a great person to be the backbone of this.
Yes, exactly.
I love that he wanted to do music. Go, Taylor.
I know,
Spread
right?
your wings.
Yes.
Yeah.
And long story short, I did all the interviews and they flew me out to LA for callback auditions, which was the scariest thing I've ever done in my life. I would rather give birth 10 more times than ever do that again.
Why?
Because it was like this cold, sterile room with no vibe and like bright lights and 30 CBS executives sitting there.
And you just have to sing for them?
And Blake Shelton.
Oh.
Yeah.
So they're like, we're going to make this the
and
most
it's just
pressure
you and your guitar
situation you can start with.
And you're like, well, hey there, Blake Shelton and all of you important people.
Oh my gosh.
Here's me and my guitar.
Nerve-wracking.
Yeah, it was terrifying. But honestly, I'm like, you know what? I did it. I can do anything after that. Yeah. And I made the show. They took 12 of us from that. And it was so much fun. Like all the other artists, we got along so well.
So
we
no
bonded
drama?
Instantly. No.
That's amazing.
Like we just love each other. And I think it was because honestly, they chose artists who have been at this for a while. And I think that really helps the dynamic when it's like none of us are like, oh, this is like
my moment.
gonna like either make or break us, you know, like if it doesn't work, if it does work, like it's not our only shot. Like we've been in it long enough to know like things come and go, and like this is just a great opportunity for us to have even more exposure and have this great experience and you know, meet Blake and Keith and Gretchen and get great information.
Totally.
And it honestly, it felt like country music summer camp because it was just so fun. You were like with your best friends every day, getting to do what you love. We had like, you woke up. It was great. It was bougie, honestly. It was like, it was pretty bougie. It was great.
So you didn't mind road life? You didn't mind the road?
No. I love going on the road in general, but this was like, I mean, I couldn't take my son. This was the first time that I was away from him. The first week was like treacherous.
And how many weeks were you away from him?
4.
You didn't see him for 4 weeks? Not one time?
No. Yeah.
Oh.
We could FaceTime. Like I FaceTimed him every day, but I did not get to like physically. Yes.
Oh my gosh, were you dying?
The first week I could not eat. I literally lost 5 pounds, like no joke, because I couldn't eat. I was so like sick with worry about him. Because I mean, like
just holding down the fort?
Dave held down the fort. So like shout out Daddy Daycare. He did great. And you know, my parents live in town. Yeah, it was great.
A sweet moment for them, but I can't imagine. It's like your heart being ripped out of your body.
Yes, like I would call my mom every single day, multiple times a day, sobbing my eyes out and be like, because I didn't want to call Dave and upset Bear.
Okay.
Because he would get upset when he saw me on FaceTime, like for the first little bit. So it was just really hard. After the first week, I was like, this is great. I am free. Like nobody needs me. Nobody's pulling up my shirt.
Everyone's taken like, care of. We're good.
I'm like, people think I'm weird. I'm still breastfeeding. He's still
good for you. And
so I was pumping on the road because I was like, I don't know how long I'm going to be gone. So I don't want my supply to dry up and go back. And my son's going to be like, Mommy, where's the milk? And people told me, they're like, oh, just go away for a weekend and he'll forget about it.
Did he breastfeed?
I was gone for a month, and that boy, the first thing he said to me when he picked me up at the airport, he goes, "Mama, I want some milk."
Oh, sweet.
So yeah.
So y'all went straight back, and that's so. And
so now I've kind of backfired a little bit because now he's like obsessed again.
Hey,
but you know what? I'm like, it's not going to
nature.
be forever. It's already naturally like coming to an end pretty soon. I can tell for both of us. So I'm like, I'm just going to enjoy it as it lasts and whatever. I don't care what people think.
You know what? I used to care all the time about stuff. And now like my daughter's 6 and everything's going to work itself out.
Yeah.
And no one's going to sit down and be like, what was your timeline of when you dropped your passy?
Right.
Of when you my daughter co-slept, still kind of co-sleeps with us. Stop co-sleep. It's like, who cares?
Right. Exactly.
You know, it's all about bonding.
I actually saw something that co-sleeping is good to do until they're 7 with your mom because there's like
you regulate together.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm like, you know what?
I think the more bonding
and
connection you have, the better. Like connection is nothing about connection is wrong, in my opinion.
Yeah. And if it feels natural, there's a reason.
And it is natural. God made us that way.
Exactly.
So it's, Anyway, I love it. Team all the way. Team connection, bonding.
Boom.
Breastfeed as long as it feels right.
Yes.
You know, do everything as long as it feels right. Tell me about your holistic doctor.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So I started going to him when I was 15, like when all of this stuff was blowing up because my anxiety was crazy. We couldn't figure it out. I had gone to like all of the normal doctors and they had tried to put me on all these anti-anxiety, anti-depression, made it worse, like way worse. And so my piano teacher at the time had a health scare and she had found like the same situation where she went to all the normal doctors. They couldn't figure it out. Somebody had told her about this doctor. His name's Dr. Bernoulli. He's in Hendersonville. And he literally saved her life. And so she told my mom about him. And so we went and saw him. And he spends like 2 hours or longer just like hearing your life story, going through your whole history because your body remembers things. Yes. And so he literally can like pinpoint when things might have been triggered or what this might be from. And so I just never experienced that. And long story short again, because I have so many long stories today, apparently. I had inflammation in my brain, like so much inflammation in my body, but especially in my brain from my body trying to like protect itself from being in fight or flight, and then also triggered Hashimoto's, which is hypothyroidism, a form of that. And so he was able to put me on an anti-inflammatory diet, and I've been gluten-free like to this day. So I've been gluten-free for 15 years. Back 15 years ago was not as pretty as it was back then.
Yeah.
Or as it is now.
It's
great.
It's not on trend like it is now.
No, yeah, it was cardboard and sandpaper back then. I mean, yeah, it was rough.
Oh.
But just really opened my eyes to like a whole new reality. 'Cause I mean, I would imagine you're probably of the same mindset. Like mainstream thinking is very pulling the wool over your eyes in a lot of ways when it comes to our health. Yeah. And, I think that we definitely need like emergency medicine and all of that. And our advances are incredible, but we've forgotten so much about getting to the root of why is your body doing this? Your body was made to heal itself. So how can we set it up to best do that? And so, I mean, he like changed my life. I also saw a spiritual healer at the same time who got like, I don't even know how to explain it because like the spiritual world is so like woo woo to people and especially, like, and yeah, but it's like we're like mind, body, spirit. Like we have a soul, we have a spirit. There's a reason like for all of this. And just, she was able to like, I don't know how to explain it, but she was able to like take out all of this like, yes, take out all of this like stuff that I had picked up over my lifetime so far. Like holding on to other people's stuff that I don't even need to.
It didn't belong to you.
Yes. And releasing that and
like she found your energy blocks and cleared them.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
And replacing it with, unconditional love and forgiveness from God and like and that being the thing and so my life was just like transformed like in that like brief moment.
This is a moment.
Yes.
When was this? When did this start?
I mean, that was back when I was a teenager.
So you went to the spiritual healer then too?
Yes.
Just one time?
One time was all it took for my life to change. I went back to her multiple times after that and I still talk to her to this day.
Is she in Nashville?
She is.
I want to go to her.
Yeah. Yeah. Her name's Sally Reed.
Oh, I want to go to both these people.
Yes. Yes. So, I mean, just life-changing stuff that really like changed
the trajectory of your life.
Yeah. 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 And like the way that I parent and the way that I think about things now to this day. And so I'm very grateful for both of them because I live a very like holistic, clean lifestyle as best as I can. I mean, it's hard to do it perfect, but
gosh, yeah.
I'm just very, very grateful for that because it's a whole part of I call myself on the show. I was like, I'm the crunchy country singer.
I love that.
Yes.
What was Keith Urban like on the road?
He was great. Oh my gosh. I mean, everybody on the show was so nice.
Did he give you any tips or any like life-changing information?
Yeah. The last thing on the episode where I don't know if am I allowed to say it? I guess I am. Spoiler alert if you don't want to know this.
But it's already aired.
Yeah, it's already aired. The episode where I go home, he told me to take my song up a whole step. And I was like, "What?" But I actually did it and I loved it. And I was like, "Oh, okay." So I feel like he helped me like step outside my comfort zone of like
push yourself.
Yeah. When I didn't think that I could, I was like, "Oh, that was actually I like that better actually." But we didn't get to spend too much like one-on-one time with him or Blake. It was really with Gretchen that we spent the most time with because she was on the bus with us and riding. And
She's like slept on the bus with you?
Well, we didn't sleep on the bus.
Right.
I don't know if I'm supposed to tell you that.
Right. Movie magic. Okay.
Yes.
She was on
But she rode with us.
Okay.
And
what did you
she
learn
would
about
play
her?
us like she played us the original work tape of Redneck Woman the day that her and John Rich wrote it.
Oh,
and it was so cool.
How cool to have that opportunity just to hear that story.
And just like all the stories that she told us, about being a woman in the industry and like all the walls that she had to break down and just like, why she has this tough exterior because you have to. And especially like in her day when she was coming up, it was not as like aware as people are now, so just really, really cool to be sitting there and we would all look at each other and we're like, is this Gretchen Wilson talking like telling us this right now?
Master class.
Yeah. So it was amazing. It was like that was one of the best times of my life.
I freaking love it.
Yeah.
Jenny Tolman, you are so fascinating.
Thank you.
I love hearing your life.
I'm sorry that I talked for like 5 hours.
Here. I want to hear your story. Okay, so you have a song out maybe next month.
Yes.
Written about infertility.
Yes.
Your friend Victoria inspired it, and she's actually singing background vocals with you.
Yes, she is.
That is so sweet. Tell me about the music you have out right now, what you're doing, what you're
Yeah.
loving musically, all that.
So that song literally came to me in the middle of the night. Like, it was in my brain, and all I had to do was write it down on my phone.
It's like a download straight to your brain.
Mm-hmm. And that's only happened one other time before, so I love it when that happens.
What song was the other one?
It's not released yet.
Okay.
Yeah. But so Victoria, my best friend, she has been walking this infertility journey for 5 or 6 years now.
It is so heartbreaking.
Yes. And to see her, like, everything that she has to go through and put her body through, put her mind through, financials through,
IVF
everything.
and all that.
Yes.
It's so, I know.
Mm-hmm. And so I don't know. I mean, I didn't even think about writing the song, but now that it's out and I was like, I guess I need to do something with this because obviously God gave this to me for a reason. And it's just beautiful to see the reaction of women who are like, oh my gosh, thank you for saying this. Like, thank you for describing how we feel. And, because people don't like to talk about it. It's uncomfortable. You don't know how to, it's like anytime something's going wrong, a lot of people don't know what to say. It's like when someone's sick, has cancer, it's like, what do you say to them? You know, you don't want it to happen for them. You want good things for them. And so it's just this uncomfortable topic. And so I think that, it was a blessing that I was able to be a part of to help these women feel like, oh, someone understands and like, I can play this for my husband. I can play this for my family who keeps asking me, when is this happening? What's going on? And just like show them, hey, like this is how it feels, and know that I'm trying, type of thing.
Man, I will just say though, from walking that walk, I have definitely had the infertility journey where I couldn't get pregnant. Yeah. And then when I did get pregnant, I had like 6 miscarriages, and it's just like literally the most devastating. Yeah. It's so devastating because all you want to do is be a mom. And you're like, why is this not happening for me? Like, what did I do wrong? Why?
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Like, I want to love something so much, but like, why can I not be blessed with this? But honestly, like you said with your story, like for me, and I had Sunny, and I have had miscarriages after. So it's like Sunny's my one that came through. Yeah. And I don't know why, like, she came through because like I had 3 before her, 3 after. And I just feel though like it has shaped me in such a way that I would have never been shaped and made me a mother, and it helped me. It changed the way I think I would have mothered.
Yes, oh my
because
gosh.
I would have never had this like awareness and just absolute gratitude that.
Yes, of
course it's a blessing, but I don't think you know how big of a blessing it is all the time when it
you can't have it. Yeah. Oh my gosh, and I'm so sorry that you went through that. I know
it's okay. It's like
my sister went through a similar situation.
It's devastating. And I feel for your friends so much, and I love that you wrote this song because it is devastating, and you feel so alone. Yeah. Because you're just by yourself. Even if you have an amazing husband, which I do, you're the one that's just like dealing with it.
You're like, excuse me, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. Like, this is what I'm literally made to do.
And your body
Why
won't
is it not working? Yeah.
And you're just trapped in your thoughts. You're trapped in, and it's just devastating. So it's really amazing and powerful that you wrote that song. And I'm grateful as someone who's gone through it to hear a song like that out there in the world.
Thank you. Yeah. It was a big blessing, and just I hope that everybody who hears it, who needs to hear it, feels what they need to feel when they hear it. And Victoria too, it's like getting her to sing backgrounds on it was so special. She sings backgrounds on a lot of my recorded music. She's actually coming over the next week to do backgrounds on some new stuff because I'm working on a new project right now.
Okay.
I'm very excited about.
When can we be expecting this?
Probably, am I allowed to say it? I think I'm allowed to say it. Like, summer. We'll say summer.
Great.
Yeah. So I'm very, very excited about it. Like, I truly feel like, and this is probably annoying because everybody says this, but I do feel like it's the best stuff that I've worked on so far. And just really, like, authentic to who I am. You're gonna, like, I've written so many story songs and so many character songs that I feel like Jenny almost got a little, not lost, but like, I just love being a storyteller. And this has a lot more personal stuff that I've never like talked about or I've never sang about in this project. So I'm very like excited for that, just to be like, oh, hey, here's a little bit about me too. Not just pretending to be somebody else all the time. And it's just really fun music. Like, it's so fun. So I'm really excited about it.
Heck yes! Yes, Jenny Tolman. Okay, I always wrap up with leave your light, and it's just super open-ended. What do you want people to know? Drop some inspiration.
Ooh, that's really that's a big question too. You know what? For me right now at the place in my journey, trusting God, you know, giving everything to him and being able to work as hard as you possibly can, but also being able to release the things that you can't control. That's a big thing that I've been working on, you know, and trusting that there is a master plan and there is someone who knows better, and to trust in that and to be grateful for it.
I love it. Okay, where can everyone find you?
Jenny Tolman. Look it up, I guess, on Instagram, TikTok.
JennyTolman.
Yes.
Jenny Tolman.
This
was amazing.
All that good stuff.
Will you stick around for a quick little, it's called Say Less. I've changed it to Say Less. Everyone was Tell Me More.
She's like, because you need to stop talking.
No, it was Tell Me More, but now I'm calling it Say Less because it's just drawing a question and getting straight to the heart of the matter.
Okay.
Will you draw a few questions?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Jenny Tolman, this was amazing. Loved it so much.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming on.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye.